So the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to sand down and get rid of all this extra filler we'd put on to make sure there were no little gaps or ever. So we're just going to quickly get to that. So our next task is we've got this forearm contour that's on the wrong side of the guitar for when it was originally set up to be right hand. So we're going to copy that on this side just to keep the guitar looking a bit more symmetrical, and we've made it just slightly shallower because we don't want to break in to the cavity underneath that was here where the original controls were. So just a little shallower, and we're not going to go that deep. And the same on the back. We've got our very deep rib cage contour here on that side, and we're going to vaguely copy it on this side by just taking off a small sliver. It'll just make it more comfortable for me to play and just kind of keep it looking slightly symmetrical. It won't obviously be exact, but we'll just take away some material here, and again we don't want to break into this cavity here, so we're just taking it nice and slow. We might go a little bit deeper here just to kind of mirror it a little bit, but we'll just hack away all this wood now and then smooth it off. So that's our very small rib cage contour we've done, and our small forearm contour here. So that's pretty much most of the body work done. We're going to come back now, and this line we've just marked, as we said, the wood cracked underneath. We're actually going to cut this section away on the bandsaw. It's not needed, it's really ridiculously thin, and it will also allow us access to get to the spring underneath to make things a little bit easier to when we're fitting the back in after it's been painted and that. So we're going to cut that out now. Then we're going to do a lot more sanding on the body and more body prep and that, and we're not going to bore you by showing all of that because it's very long and tedious work, but that's pretty much most of the body work, as we said, with our contours and that. So we'll start to we'll make our cut there, and then we're just going to start to smooth a lot of things off and start to prep the body to get it ready for paint. Next step, now that we've got the body ready, is we're just going to sand it down completely. We're going to go through all the various grits to get it nice and smooth. 120, 240, 320, 400 grit to have it nice and smooth. But it's insanely boring, so we're not even going to bother filming any of it. So we'll bring you back now in a little while after I've done all this sanding.
2 hours later.
So it's a good while later, and we've done all our sanding. We've gone right up to 400 grit. So what we're going to do now is we're just taking some white spirit, and we're just rubbing down the body, and that just helps pull out any dust or anything like that that's trapped on the surface and that, and just make the body nice and clean. So we're just going to keep going on this, and we're going to get ready to start doing our final prep for paint. So just before we move on to paint, there's one thing we just want to do, and we're just going to drill our holes for our strap buttons. So we're going to have one on the back here and the other on the front here on the upper horn. So we're just going to drill the holes for those now and just check that the screws all fit. That's just so we don't have to do this while there's paint on, and any risk of any damaging the paint or scraping it or doing anything like that. So just a quick hole is all we're going to do. So that should be that. So we've got our mark there. We're just marking this by eye. It doesn't have to be amazingly accurate. It's just going to be where the strap will balance. So we just mark that now. I'm just going to bring this to the edge here. And we'll just make sure you can see. So with our little mark there, we can just start to drill straight in. And same thing again, we'll just check that our screw is going to go in, and it will. Yeah, that's going to be fine. We'll just take that straight back out. So that's our strap holes done. So now we'll take the body over to our little paint booth and we'll start to spray our first coat of primer.